Let's take a good look at this table for a second and decide what the problems are on the table, what set of balls we're going to be taking, and develop some kind of plan with the key ball, particularly the key ball at the end of the rack to get on the 8 ball. So right from the start, if you take solids, you have that 9 ball blocking the 1 ball for this corner, which, you can work around that. But you also have another straight ball blocking the 8 ball for that corner. Then you have the 11 all the way back up table blocking 2 solid balls from that corner. And I don't like where this 4 ball is either, so it looks like we're going to be taking the stripes. And the only real problem you have on the stripes is those 2 solid balls in the center of the table, the 6 and the 7, making things a little bit difficult to get on the 8 ball. So I'm going to start up table and shoot the 10, the 11, and the 13 to work my way down table. But I'm going to save that 14 ball and keep it where it is because that's going to be the key ball to get on the 8. So I'm kind of working in an arch around the perimeter of the table. This 9 to the 12 is a little bit touchy. I have to get straight in the bottom left-hand corner so I can just hit a stop shot on the 14 and be as good as I can be on that 8 ball. It's not going to be exactly straight in, but it is what it is. The problem with this plan is everything goes fine until the end, and I get bad on the 12, so now I have to change key balls from the 14 and make the 12 ball the key ball to get on the 8, and this is a little bit touchy again. So let's go ahead and take a look. And the problem with the solids is, number one, there's no good opening shot on any of these balls. There's some makeable balls, but every one's kind of a tough shot. I also don't like where the 7 is. I don't like where the 1 is. It goes by the 10, but it limits your options on the 1. And I'm not thrilled where the 2 ball is either. So it looks like we're going to be taking stripes again, and we're going to be saving the 14 again for the key ball, and it's a lot like the last rack, but things change real quickly right after the first shot as I get snookered behind the 1 ball and get really bad on the 10, so then I have to stop and rethink the run out. And I decided to use the 10 as the key ball, and that will make more sense when we get to the end of this graphic session. But for now, after I shot the first shot and got bad, I went ahead and took off the 11 ball to just bounce it off the rail and get right on the 15 and get down table on the 9 ball in order to come back for a shot on the 14 and then finally the key ball on the 10 ball. And the great thing about that plan is it allows the whole center of the table as your margin of error. You can't go very far wrong here. Just don't do anything crazy. And just shoot for center table and you'll be fine on the 8 ball. Alright, what do we got here? Let's go ahead and take a look at the layout. And let's go ahead and find the problems with this table. And here I see a 1. I'm not shooting that combination. I don't care what you say. And even if we did take the solids and shot that combination, we're still going to have the 8 ball blocked by the 13 in this bottom left-hand corner. And I also don't like the 4 ball. I never like balls in this position. They can be a total nuisance. Yeah, once again, the runout's pretty basic on the stripes. There's a couple things to look out for, but really this should be the easiest rack you ever ran. And I've been around many years, and I'm telling you, this is the best 8 ball strategy there ever was. If you can do it, you should start at one side of the table, which is usually the top side of the table. And then when all those balls are cleared at the top side of the table, you should work your way back down to the bottom, because that's usually where the 8 ball is. And usually, not always, but most often, the key ball is right around the 8 ball. So we're going to shoot this 12, and then the 11 ball, then the 9 ball, and then the 14 ball, in that order. And we'll be done with the top side of the table. So again, all these racks are starting to look the same once you know the strategies that I use. And once I'm looking down table, it's going to be the 15 ball first, then the 13, and then this is a little bit heritage shy here. We're going to shoot the 10 in the side to roll up for the 8 ball, because the 10 ball is being used as the key ball. The problem with this is if you get on the left-hand side of this 10 ball line, you're going to be in trouble and you're going to wind up with a hard shot on the 8. So you have to be very careful to get on just a little bit on the right-hand side of the 10 ball. Straight in would be fine, but don't shoot for perfect. Go ahead and shoot for straight in, but go long before you come short. If you come up short, you're going to be in trouble. What's making getting right on the 10 ball a little bit difficult is where the 7 ball is, but I think I can maneuver around it, and I think I'm going to be okay. And believe it or not, we're coming up on this side of the 7 to get right on the 10.